Hello and welcome to a BeeBusinessBee video where I'm going to look at the topic of business accounts. Now I know that many people find accounts difficult, and what I want to do today is share with you how simple it can be. The first thing we need to learn is how many documents do we have, and we have two documents. Two documents which form most businesses' accounts. Okay, let's take a look at one of those documents. The first document we're going to look at is the income statement. Now, the income statement, there we have one there, is showing you your profit and loss. And the way I remember it is going income statement, profit and loss. Income statement, profit and loss. Income statement, profit and loss. Because that's all it shows you, profit and loss. Your gross profit and your net profit. As you can see up there, you have your sales revenue, money going into your business. That's all the sales you make. And then you have your opening inventory, so that's stock that you've got in your business. Imagine what you've got in your business already from the previous year. You add on your purchases, the stock you bought this year, and then you take away the inventory you've got left that you haven't sold, and that will give you your cost of sales. And if you do your revenue, take your cost of sales, you get your gross profit. That, remember, isn't a profit you get to keep because you need to take away your other expenses. And it's only after you've taken those other expenses away, you're left with your net profit. And that is the one you get to keep. So remember your formulas. Your gross profit is always calculated by doing your revenue, take your cost of sales, and your net profit is calculated by doing your gross profit minus all your other costs. It's as simple as that. Income statement, profit and loss. Okay, now let's take a look at the second document. Now the second document we're going to look at is the statement of financial position. Now the statement of financial position, big long title, all it shows is your assets and your liabilities, or what your company's worth, where the money's come from. Let's take a look at one, as you can see there. So you've got assets, and those are things that your business owns. So they're all the items you own. You have fixed assets and you have non-fixed assets. Effectively, a fixed asset is something which is long-term and takes more than a year to be turned into cash. And a non-fixed asset or a current asset is something which can be turned into cash fairly quickly. The best current assets are cash, typically because you can get it straight away, stock potentially, and trade receivables, so money you're due to get into your business. And then, of course, on the other side, you have your liabilities, and that's money you owe out. Now, liabilities are bad for a business, but again, you have your current liabilities and your non-current liabilities. Current liabilities mean you've got to pay these debts in a year. Non-current meaning it takes longer than a year to pay those debts. So that's more like a mortgage, for example. Now, you may see the figure working capital. What that means, big fancy word, basically, it tells you how much money is in the business on a day-to-day basis. So you can see whether it's got a positive working capital or a negative working capital. If that working capital figure is a negative, the business has got a liquidity problem and you need to start to worry about that. I've got other videos that explain exactly what that means, so make sure you check those ones out. And then, of course, right at the bottom, you see shareholders' funds, or where the money's come from. It tells you where the money in the business has come from, and notice the figures balance, because they have to. It used to be called a balance sheet for that reason. It's showing you how much money has been put into the business and where it's come from. And that is why a statement of financial position used to be called a balance sheet, but now we've changed the name and the title of it, but the figures still balance. That is your second document. That's what people find most complex, but really, it's quite simple. Okay, so that is the topic of financial accounts covered. Let's do a quick recap to make sure you understand what's being covered today. So firstly, remember, we've got two documents. Those two documents, we then have the income statement, and we have the statement of financial position. Those are the key documents you need to know for accounts. Remember, income statement is all about profit and loss. Your statement of financial position is all about your assets and liabilities, or the value of your company and what it's worth. And that is accounts covered in a nutshell. Well, that is it for this BeeBusinessBee video. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, and most importantly, make sure you like and subscribe, and also hit that bell icon so you get those notifications, because you want to make sure you know when BeeBusinessBee releases its next video. And you know what I'm going to say now? Until next time, make sure you keep buzzing.